In the heart of Middle-earth, the fate of Rohan hangs by a thread. Isengard, now a pawn of Mordor's dark will, has unleashed its savage Uruk-Hai upon the Horse Lords, seizing the fords of Isen and driving King Théoden's people to the ancient fortress of Helm's Deep. As the Rohirrim brace for a desperate stand, the shadow of Saruman's sorcery looms large, threatening to shatter their defenses with the devastating fires of Orthanc. Meanwhile, the ancient Ents stir in Fangorn, their wrath poised to reshape the war. Will the courage of men, elves, and dwarves hold against the tide of darkness, or will Rohan fall, dragging all hope from Middle-earth into ruin? Join us as we recount the epic clash that will decide the fate of a kingdom. As Isengard's forces ravaged Rohan, King Théoden led his people and remaining warriors to the stronghold of Helm's Deep, a fortress long revered as impregnable. With Gandalf scouring the lands for Erkenbrand's reinforcements, Théoden's column faced the peril of Saruman's pursuing army. Yet the wizard, confident in his trap, chose to tighten the noose around Helm's Deep, planning to crush the Rohirrim within the Hornburg's walls. Advised by Grima that the fortress was unbreachable, Saruman wielded his sorcery to craft the fires of Orthanc, explosives designed to exploit a hidden weakness in the Deeping Wall's culvert. As Théoden rallied his forces, numbering just under 3,000 alongside Gimli the Old's 1,000 defenders, the stage was set for a battle that would echo through the ages. While Rohan prepared for its stand, the ancient Ents of Fangorn Forest reached a momentous decision. After 3 days of deliberation at the Entmoot, Treebeard and his kin resolved to strike at Isengard itself, launching the last march of the Ents. Accompanied by the Huorns, slow-moving, wrathful trees, the Ents descended upon Saruman's stronghold, which lay vulnerable with its armies committed to Helm's Deep. With unmatched strength, they tore down walls, shattered the dam over the Wizard's Veil, and cleansed Isengard of its war machines. Though the Númenórean forged tower of Orthanc withstood their assault, Saruman was left a prisoner, his power broken, as the Ents reshaped the tide of the war. On March 3rd, Saruman's army of 10,000 Uruk-Hai, Dunlendings, Orcs, and half-orcs descended upon Helm's Deep. The defenders, bolstered by Théoden's forces, manned the Hornburg's walls, but their situation was dire. As the Uruks assaulted Helm's Dyke, an ancient trench below the fortress, the Rohirrim exacted heavy casualties before retreating. The attackers then unleashed a barrage of arrows and crossbow bolts, only to be met with a silent fortress. Deceived, they advanced, only to be shattered by a sudden hail of arrows and rocks from the defenders. Yet the Uruks' numbers pressed them forward, battering the main gate with tree trunks as Théoden's heroes, Aragorn, Gimli, and Eomer, fought desperately to hold the line. As the battle raged, Saruman's sorcery turned the tide. The Uruks scaled the Deeping Wall with ladders and sent smaller orcs through the culvert to outflank the defenders. Gimli and Gimli repelled this assault, with Gimli's kill count rising to 21 against Legolas's 24 in their friendly contest. But the true blow came when a berserker ignited the fires of Orthanc at the culvert, obliterating part of the Deeping Wall. The Uruk-Hai poured through the breach, forcing Gimli, Eomer, and Gimli into the glittering caves, while Aragorn and Legolas fought a desperate retreat to the keep. The fortress teetered on the edge of collapse. As dawn approached, the defenders' hope waned. Théoden, Aragorn, and Legolas held the keep against the Uruks' final push, while Gimli's company fought to survive in the caves. In a moment of despair, Théoden reflected on the fleeting glory of Rohan, reciting a haunting lament for the lost days of the Horse Lords. Yet, inspired by his comrades, he rallied his riders. With the Horn of Helm Hammerhand sounding, Théoden, Aragorn, and Legolas charged from the keep, driving the Uruks back. Simultaneously, Gimli and Eomer's forces emerged from the caves, pushing the enemy beyond the deeping wall. The battle hung in the balance. At the critical moment, Gandalf arrived with Erkenbrand and 1,000 battle-hardened riders, charging into the Uruk-Hai's rear with the rising sun at their backs. A mysterious forest of Huorns blocked the enemy's escape, sealing their doom. Théoden and Eomer's forces joined the assault, their fury fueled by the losses at the fords of Isen. The Uruks broke, fleeing into the Huorn forest, where they were annihilated by the Ents' wrath. The costly victory shattered Isengard's power, and Théoden granted amnesty to the surrendering Dunlendings, defying Saruman's lies. In a lighter note, Gimli claimed victory over Legolas in their kill count, with 42 to 41. As Helm's Deep stood triumphant, the broader War of the Ring pressed on. Frodo, Sam, and Gollum, having traversed the Dead Marshes, were captured by Faramir's Ithilien Rangers. Despite Sam's slip revealing the One Ring, Faramir's honor allowed the hobbits to continue their quest toward Mordor. Meanwhile, Sauron, learning of Isengard's fall, set his sights on Minas Tirith, plotting to crush Gondor before Rohan could aid it. Yet fear gnawed at him, as Aragorn's rise and the ring's elusive journey threatened his dominion. The stage was set for the climactic battles to come. The Battle of Helm's Deep marked a turning point, but the War of the Ring was far from over. The Rohirrim's valor and the Ents' wrath had broken Saruman's power, yet Sauron's shadow loomed larger than ever. As we move to the return of the king, our next chapters will explore the final struggles of Middle-earth's heroes. Subscribe and hit the bell to join us for the concluding battles of this epic saga, and share your thoughts in the comments. What moment from Helm's Deep stirred you most, and which battles do you hope to see next?